Behind me is probably one of the biggest risks that I've ever taken. Now you know, and I know, that I've really thoroughly enjoyed the Caddy project, and I thought it's time we step it up a notch and bring a different car. So I've always been picking the older style cars and the older models of vehicles to the channel, and now I'm thinking, let's bring something newer, let's bring something a little bit fresher, and let's bring something crash damaged.
Guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. Now we've got ourselves a crash damaged car. Now this is a 2015 Audi A4 S-Line, and yes, it's had a little bit of a front knock, but it is a category S, so it's supposedly got structural damage. So when we're starting to dig a little bit deeper, we've got to see if there is any structural damage that we need to repair on the car. Now if you don't know about a Cat S car, Cat S have to go back through an MOT, so you've got to get that structurally sound and through an MOT for the car to go back on the road. Now I think this car's been miscategorised. I think it should have been a Cat N on first glance, but look, the experts have classed it as a category S, so we're going to have to dig a little bit deeper. Now I think I might have paid or overpaid for the car of my dreams, which is this Audi A4 S-Line, but I'll leave you guys to let me know in the comments what you think.
Guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the new episodes on the Audi A4 S-Line. So this car's been a dream of mine for a long time, and all I can say is I bought a Cat S from Copart. Now this is the Audi 2-litre TDI S-Line version, and I think you'll agree she's had a good little whack in this corner. Now I will show you in a minute, the hub is cracked, I've found that out. We need a new wing, a new bonnet. This car's something special, and all I can say is a big thanks to all the subscribers and commenters every week who come back, but 98% of you that are returning are not subscribed, so hit that button and let's get on. The key I'm showing you is it's starting and running, so key in the ignition, clutch in, and she starts up straight. We've got electric mirrors. Woohoo! She is really nice, guys. So we've got a couple of faults on the dash. We need a service, obviously. Power steering light, it looks like an airbag light, but none of the airbags have gone off inside the car, so that must be a crash sensor on the front bumper. We've got a tyre pressure sensor fault, but I don't know what that is. That must be to do with the hub, but if it was the hub, then surely I would get an ABS fault at the same time, so maybe it is just a flat tyre for that one. Again, I'm going to pump it up and check it, see if we can get rid of. Washer fluid, I'm hoping that bottle hasn't gone bang, but if I have, it's over this side, so it can't possibly be that. It's probably just low. And then obviously the attention that comes, it says parking brake is not working, but it is on, so I probably just need to check that at some point a little bit later. But the main thing is it goes into gear and it just goes forward and backwards, which is fantastic. But as you can see, it doesn't pull. So there's definitely an issue with the right-hand side of the car down in that suspension strut. So I think what we need to do is get that side stripped off and start to have a look to see what the problem is. I'm hoping it's just a tracker at end or something really stupid. But look, if it is something easy, we are absolutely laughing. But just to be on the safe side, I have gone ahead and ordered a new full suspension leg for the right-hand side where the impact has been here, because I can't take any risks of anything breaking, and some of it might be bent. I've not even looked at it yet. It could all be fine, but I thought it's best for peace of mind to get that full suspension leg replaced. But she starts, she runs, and she holds coolant, and she moves forward and moves backwards, so something to do with the steering. Now one of the nice things about this is, check that out. I've not had that luxury for a while. Wow. Right, we've cleaned the inside. It turns out that the mould, I don't think it was actually mould, I think it was just a bit of mildew that was just, it could be, I'll give it a proper clean at some point, but it looks like it was just a bit of mould. So I think we potentially got away with it. So I just thought, I just pulled the wheel off dead quick. There's absolutely nothing wrong. There's a couple of scuffs on the alloy wheels. The tyre is knackered, as you can see, but all in all, the alloy wheel actually looks good. There's no cracks, no chips in it. Again, on the front, there's some damage there. We may want to refurb, but yes, that's good because at least the alloy. But interestingly enough, so the problem we've got is not with the actual suspension or anything, it's more with the steering. That's where the problem is. So I just thought I'd have a quick look at your standard. Obviously, steering rack could be knackered, might need to replace that. But I just thought I'd have a quick look and let me show you what I found. So what I think I found is the car moves back and forward, which is absolutely fantastic, right? It moves back and forward, no squeaks, no bumps, no knocks at the minute. Obviously, I'm only going 2 mile per hour, 3 mile per hour, not even that, not even a mile per hour while I move back and forward. But I think the issue is here. So if you look there, I think that's where the damage is. Can you see there's a cracked hub, if you could see that? And what someone's done is just put that plate round just to hold the wheel in line so they can keep the rod end in, so the steering, or at least the car, can move backwards and forwards. Now, that being said, that would explain exactly as to why the car will roll forward, roll backwards, go into gear fine, but will not steer under heavy steering because that plate is stopping it because it's going into the hub. So what I think I need to do is get a new hub, get that replaced, and I'm also thinking about replacing all the arms as well, but I want to get it moving first. But surely that can't be the damage. Surely that's why that can't be a category S just off the hub having a good bash. Obviously this wing's yet to come off, but there's a protection layer behind the back of the wing, so I'm pretty sure, you know, it's touched nothing. It's just literally come straight through the bumper. Now these are a couple of pipes, and I'm going to need your help on here, guys. I've got a replacement crash bar coming, which is fine, so we can get that done. Under tray looks like it needs replacing as well. There's these, which I don't know if they're damaged yet. I'll have to double check that. This pipe, I'm not sure what this pipe is. I think this pipe is part of the crash. Is it the crash data you'd get off the front bumper? I haven't got a clue what this little thing is here. I mean, that's not even... That needs to get held back on. So I need to find out what that is as well, because it's got water inside that plug, so I need to get that sorted. This thing here, no idea, but that must surely plug into that housing there, because it's got 2 prongs, one would assume. And there's a couple of wires up here. I've just stored them out the way for now, which I'm assuming are, I think that could be related to the crash. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know enough about these yet. Also, you've got headlight line over here for your bulbs, which is fine. I just don't know what this little piece is yet. I'm thinking that is the crash. Is the crash somehow crash data that would then set the airbags off? But I don't know enough about that. What I don't want to do is obviously set the airbags off because everything's fine inside the car, so I've got to be very careful as to how I do this. So if you've done it before, hit me up in the comments and let me know exactly what you think. But yeah, I'm thinking new bumper, and then if these are fine, if this is fine, then great. It's also, see, it's all connected up. It must be these pieces here. You see how that one there. So I'll have a little look, understand it a little bit more. There's that little cable that connects to that, so that's fine. So again, not sure what it is. We've got a damaged plug on this side. So yeah, but first things first, I've got to somehow get hold of a hub off eBay, something like that. If anyone's in the northeast and has one of them, please let me know. But for now, we'll put the wheel back on and we'll drop the car down. Let's see what else we need to do. Probably fix up the bumper. So guys, it is the first night with the Audi and we have finished today. So I've got the inside clean, it's looking really, really nice. And I'm just ready to start stripping down the hub, which will be in the next episode. So if you guys like this type of content, please hit the like, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on episode 2.